Well, hello Merlins and Sirlins, and welcome to my first tutorial video. Let me just clean some of this up, because this is my creative world. And I used this to make sure my texture pack was working. But I'm here to show you how to make a flint lock. Whoa, they changed everything up. Yes, the new 1.3 patch came out recently, and I am not used to what they did with this. I'm used to just, being able to find whatever the hell I felt like finding by scrolling down that godforsaken list. I miss that godforsaken list because I don't know why. I guess I preferred it. Call me old-fashioned. Let's see. Now I'm all confused. Welcome. Well, I am here to show you how to make a flint lock in regular old Minecraft. What you need is some steel or some iron and some flint. And what you do is you take your crafting bench, right? You get into it and you take your flint, you put it down here, and you take your iron or your steel and you put it there, and you've got a flint lock. Now, it may be pissing you off because you may notice that I just made flint and steel. But yes, indeed, this machine is called a flint lock. Let me demonstrate. Let me explain. My brother, back when Flint and Steel came out in the game, he made a video called Minecraft How to Make a Flint Lock. Now, it was probably one of the first videos, if not the first video, to demonstrate how you make this machine. No, I think there was like one or two showing it. But the thing was, he called it Flint Lock and not Flint and Steel, and that pissed people off because they didn't understand. And I am here to help the internet, you, understand why him calling it Flint Lock is correct. Now, the only way to do that is have one of these babies. Now, this is my dad's, this is a kit, and because it is so archaic, you don't need a license to get it, so you could buy it as a kit and you could do whatever. Now, the way Flint and Steel works in the game, if you haven't noticed, is if you make them and it smashes and it's supposed to create a spark or whatever, and it puts the stuff on fire. Now, this is a black powder pistol. It's a cap pistol. It's not a flint and steel. The way it works is you put your black powder in here. You take your ramming rod, and after you put a piece of wax and your ball in there, you shove it in, and it's ready to fire. This part, you need to put a cap here. Back when they actually used flint, it was probably a little bigger, so that way hold more sparks. You put a chunk of flint right here, and it would smash, creating sparks. You would have gunpowder in here too. The sparks would ignite that. It would ignite the gunpowder in here, and it would blow off, and boom, there you go. We use caps because they're a little safer, and they won't misfire because you can't really get a flintlock pistol anymore. And that was the thing about my brother's video. It never had said flintlock pistol. It just said flint lock, which is correct. Do you see how this shape, and imagine if this is the flint and this is the steel, can you see how that's a similar shape? Do you notice how it's like the same shape? Now, just like in the Minecraft, can you imagine if this was smashing onto the piece of wood? Can you imagine that as I do this, the steel part is smashing into the flint? Like, can you see how if this was the flint, and this was the steel, how it is very much like the Minecraft game? Yes. Yes, indeed. And this is why I will always call Flint and Steel Flint Lock, because the machine, as seen with this black powder pistol, is indeed a flint lock, just like how in the game is flint lock.